Mickey, just the best, wasn't he? You know, always happy, always enthusiastic. Just a good guy to be around.
What a guy, what a human, and what he done for not only Oxford but the whole city. Yeah, he's definitely a club legend, and obviously I worked with him closely. He had a big bearing on my life when I was growing up and starting out, and he was probably the driving factor to get me back to Oxford. That was the second or third time, I'm not sure now, but yeah, he was. I've touched on it before when he was working at the college, and I found myself back here, and he was the one really pushing that, and I owe him quite a lot, to be honest, and yeah, he's improved me as a player and as a person while I worked with him. But what a bloke.
He kind of meant a lot to me as my youth team manager. He gave me my chance as a 16-year-old when I was at school at the time. He put me in his youth team. I ended up playing in the youth cup as a 16-year-old, playing in the youth team. He brought me in school holidays and played me, got me in around it. So he gave me a chance. He was assistant when Dennis was involved, so he was involved when I got my debut. So he meant a lot to me, not just on the pitch but off the pitch. He was an enthusiastic character, so much passion about the game, so much drive, and really cared about the players and the human, not just about the footballer, if you know what I mean. So in terms of my football career, I kind of took a lot from him in terms of his enthusiasm and drive, but in terms of going into coaching now, in terms of how he kind of managed the person and dealt with the person, not just the player, I think I've taken that into my coaching as well.
He would always look after you as well, like as a youth team player. Obviously we had to do a lot of jobs and got a lot of stick, but he would always be the one at the end of the day to be sticking up for us and that. But obviously, you probably know, he gave me my full league debut as well. So
away at Morecambe,
yeah. So obviously my actual first appearance was away at Aki. I had to pick my grounds, didn't I?
Yeah. The Morecambe one, I was walking down the seafront and your dad came running over. Chris, he's playing. Mickey was more proud of you playing than your dad was, I think.
I think so, yeah, because he obviously saw me come from through under 16s through the youth team set up and scholarship set up, and then he was ultimately the person that gave me my full league debut, and now obviously 100 appearances later, I'm still here, and no, I'm always thankful for that moment.
He always, I don't know, he took me under his wing a little bit, especially when I went from playing to coaching. He told me a few bits and bobs, and obviously learning. But I always remember, there's nothing to do with football actually. We turned up at, I think it was the end of year award,
yeah.
And he's wearing a suit, and I'm thinking, what the? I've never seen this guy in the suit in my life. You know what I mean? It was incredible.
It was.
And he just looking at me thinking, this isn't for me, Brown.
He brought a smile to everyone else, and I mean, if things like that probably helped me within the environment. And anytime I needed anybody, he was always there for me, looked after me as a young player, then a young coach. I actually remember, I think must have been probably 16. I actually played a youth team game. Mickey took it. We actually got beat, I think 5-1 away at Rushton. So probably wasn't the best experience we had, but yeah, I just remember him even then, just how he carries himself was unbelievable. And I was lucky enough to kind of. He did some stuff in the university, and always had a good link with him there. We played many games while we still had the Oxford link and the university link, so crossed paths in many different aspects, and was the same brilliant man in all environments.
But he loved football, and he loved just helping especially young players and young men. And no, he'll be forever missed, especially at Oxford.